I remember when I was a kid back in the old country, Brooklyn, any man that strayed from the straight and narrow was called a perv. Back then, before the internet, there were two kinds of movie theaters. The neighborhood movie theater that showed family-friendly movies, and another kind of theater located on 42nd Street. The guys that went to those theaters to see those films were called pervs. Any guy that looked at a girl funny or lingered on a handshake for too long was called a perv. Girls who got around, who had lots of boyfriends, and even if they didn't go all the way with them, were considered whoas. It certainly wasn't a nice thing to be called, but it wasn't awful. It was a more innocent time, and I suspect that that word has fallen by the wayside. Whoa may be gone and only remembered by some, but I have a feeling that perv might be making a comeback. They said safety was the reason that they banned trans women and girls from sports. They claimed that it was unfair. I think it was the first step in a strategy. I think it was more of a let's see if we can thing. Then the debate of whether or not trans women can use the women's restroom in public spaces pushed the envelope. It added fuel to the fire. It made the conversation about where trans women belong and don't belong more common. It effectively legitimized the debate. Make no mistake, evicting and banning trans people from the military and banning trans women from entering the country, if permitted, will set the stage for and open the door, us to be removed from and banned from all public spaces. The memo regarding trans people in the military paints being trans as a mental illness, one severe enough to keep us from serving. The memo regarding trans people acquiring a visa to be in the country implies that being trans is some illegal impersonation of another gender. Let's not forget, their stated goal is total eradication of trans people. And in order for them to succeed at that, they need to tie it all together. They need something that is going to wrap it all up and make it all very clear and easy to digest. I suspect that perversion is just that thing. I bet the next move is to redefine transness as a perversion legally, turning the whole lot of us into pervs. What have they been telling us we are that we're not for the past 2 years? Makes more sense now, huh? Project 2025 classifies us as those people who perform in those movies on 42nd Street. The word perv could serve their purposes very well.